All right. Yeah. So I was actually reading up on your quest
Oh, okay, good.
right before the meeting, just so I know what's going on.
Okay,
So I do have an understanding, but go ahead, ask your questions.
cool. So I wanted to go over a couple things before I started getting down and
Sure.
getting to it.
Sure.
Um, I was hoping I could get like an overview of Firebase and how that
Okay.
works.
Okay.
Um, I have a couple, I think, basic questions in code, and I guess the overview of how Alexas work, and then just a general question as well. So I was hoping we could go over that, and then I don't foresee this taking longer than like 20 minutes, but you never know.
Uh, Um, what did you want to know about Firebase? Have you looked at it?
So I don't even know how to get to it. I'm not sure. I know it says, okay, when I ask, no, that's, oh yeah, audio URL from each loop is stored in Firebase. Now,
Mhm.
I know I've seen Firebase once. I think I watched a video that Pat was in with another one of the developers about
Okay.
him going over Firebase.
hmm
Um, but there's nothing in the quest about where to go to see Firebase.
Oh, okay. I wonder if you have access to it. Did you ever get access to the Firebase?
I feel like I did.
Okay. Oh, I can check real quick anyway,
Okay.
just to see who's allowed. This is musician. Users permissions. I do not see you in this one. Or at least you don't have it for the musician AI. But I mean, I can show you a quick overview of what the database looks like if you've never
Okay.
seen it. Let me see. There's a share screen right there. Share. Go. So this is what the document looks like the database. So you have a musician. I think the URL he said was the root and then the musician name. So say October Jones,
Okay.
and it'll be in one of these fields. I believe it was a MP3 URL or album name and all that, those fields. If you look in the quest, I think it was
Yep.
said it was.
It's a musician, and then free loop URL and premium loop URL.
Yeah, so I'm assuming I will check with Pat on this, but I'm assuming they're going to be in these little fields right here.
Okay.
And then there is a, if you look into the code base for Musician AI, I think you have it you have that code base, if I remember correctly, because you did it for the EPL.
Okay.
If you go into the, what was it? If you go into the helper.js, I believe, there should be code on how to get a field from Firebase.
Okay. Okay.
If I pull it up.
Get media. I have a helper fx.js. Is that
Yeah,
what you're
that
talking
one.
about?
That
Okay.
one. There should be get musician song URLs.
Get media, get audio from CMS, play
That could
media.
work too, but I think it was you know what, let me just open it on my end.
Okay.
It'll be easier, sorry. Yeah, so just to get media one, where is db.collection. So our collection would be musicians, and then the artist would be the musician. So each one of these is a document.
Okay.
Each one of these is a document. Right. And then you can access a field in one of these by just doing document.get. So you get the entire document, and then from there you can parse it like a regular JSON object.
Okay. So if dot, okay, dot data.
So if you take an
Okay,
example
all
of
right.
doc.data.media, and then if we go to here, so you see the media, it's an array. So you can just go through. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
So for my quest,
Mhm.
okay, if they don't have any, so I'm essentially what I'm doing for some of it is I'm editing this get media function, correct?
You could create your own function because you're getting a different field. You can
Okay.
create your own function and then get the specific field that you want. Or you can just modify
Oh,
this and then you can put in a bunch of if statements for what you're getting. It's up to you. But
okay.
this is specifically just for the media field is what I'm using it for. But you
I
can create your
understand.
whole you can create your own function for like call it a loop function or whatever, and you can get what specific fields you want based on whether they're, I believe, a premium or a free subscription user.
Yes, that actually leads perfectly into my next question.
Mhm.
Is that data also in there, or where do I?
Okay, so for that, I believe Pat shared the Office Sounds GitLab repository. If not,
Okay.
I might be able to add you to that. Office Sounds, here it is.
Yes, I do have access to it.
Okay, so there you should see code for Alexa on purchase, I believe, and monetization. So this is how he's getting whether they're a. Okay, yeah, I'll share this. So we can go through it. So this is in app.js. As soon as the app is launched, he's checking to see whether they like all the products that we have for the specific app. So for us, it'll be a subscription to the loop intent or whatever you want to name it.
Okay.
Um, and then I believe this is where he's checking. Yeah, so here's where he's checking if the user has this product in their cart or in their history.
Okay.
If not, he's just randomly upselling them and then playing a free one.
Okay.
So this is where you do like if they don't want to subscribe to it, and or if you've already sold them on it and they still say no, then you would play the free loop.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. So yes, this makes sense.
Okay.
What doesn't make sense to me yet is, hang on, I'm reading here.
No problem.
Okay, so I'm a user. I say I want to play loops, and this already exists. So what I program in the musician AI project will already know somehow that this user is a subscriber or not, correct?
Right, because when you're doing a new session,
Yes.
before anything even starts playing, you check and see whether they have any subscriptions. And if they do, you set that as the session variable, which is only exists for that one session. And then when they go to the play loop intent, you check if that session variable is true or not to see whether they're a subscriber or not. And based on that, you can decide whether to play the free loop or the premium loop type thing.
Okay, so and I get that by this dot session dot data dot entitled equals or dot entitled.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would just be an if statement in my function. Okay. So, okay, that makes sense. Active subscriber, play premium loop, unsubscribe, random upsell. And that is right there. And random upsell is already written. Okay. To name, okay. Audio URL, yes. Upsell, okay. Playback controllers. Okay, I think now with that all makes sense. I just want to, I am available to get access to Firebase, correct? Or I'm already,
Yeah, you don't have access to the musician AI one.
okay,
But I will talk to Pat and see, because I can't give you access, he can, so I'll have to ask him to give you access to it.
okay,
But my suggestion is to play around with office sounds. It's a live skill, so just play around with that, just to see how he does subscriptions and
okay,
upsells. And then if you have more questions, get back to me or
okay.
Pat. Yeah.
All right. All right, so my next, that's all good. My next question would be, I want, if I'm in the musician AI project, and I think you
Mhm.
pulled it up already as well,
Mhm.
I want to know where in code the invocation happens. So for example, I in where is it? Document? No, not document. No, hold up. Okay, in the models,
Mhm.
en-us.json, that's where the invocations are set up, correct?
Mhm.
Okay,
Correct.
so someone has a connect intent.
Mhm.
What function gets that connect intent and does something with it?
So if someone says, Alexa, what's his Instagram profile or whatever,
Yep.
that would go straight to connect intent. The name of the intent is a connect intent. So if you go to app.js, shut up, Alexa. Seriously, does that all the time. Forgot to mute it. So give me a second.
Okay, app.js.
Okay, let me see if it's here. Okay, so it would be in social. So if you go to intents/artist AI/social,
Mm-hmm.
you could see connect intent. So if they say any of those phrases that's in that array of phrases, it will direct them directly to this function,
Okay.
connect intent.
Get audio from CMS and okay, connect and oh, okay. I understand.
Mhm.
Okay, that's an example. So I am creating a new file in intents that says maybe
Yeah,
loop.js,
sure.
and
That's
it'll
what you want.
basically do the same thing. It'll say loop intent, Jovo, and it would be, yeah, get audio from CMS. Okay. That also makes sense.
Mhm. So this get audio from CMS is just a little function I created because we're doing everything completely voiceover. So
Mm-hmm.
all of these little keys are just in a Google Sheet, and each key corresponds to a URL link. And so I just created a function to see whether it's an audio URL or if it's just a regular text. So a regular text would just be a Alexa voice.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. And that makes sense. Okay. And then my last question here, where are the files that an artist records for their personal, oh, that's in Firebase. The files that an artist records is in Firebase.
Yeah, I don't know if we have the loop portion created for the website yet. I have to talk to Pat about that. This is actually my first time seeing your quest details, so
Okay.
yeah. So, but I will talk to him some more and get more information about the quest. But the everything that you need will be pulled from either the Firebase database, so the URLs or the album name and everything will be in the document field.
Okay.
And then beyond that, like the actual files, the actual music content will either be uploaded through the website already connected, or it'll be like a URL that a user will add again
Okay.
through website. So it's a
Okay.
different user interface. So, yeah.
Okay. Cool. That all makes sense.
And
So
then,
at this, go ahead.
and then I think I'll talk to Pat, and I think we will create a test premium loop and a test free loop and a
Perfect.
test document for you to use to play around with. Because I think that'll be more useful for you than
Yes.
having nothing there. Cool.
Yeah.
So
Perfect. Yes.
Cool.
Oh, last question. We didn't answer this.
Mhm.
Where do I go for Firebase? Is it just it's a Google thing?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a
Oh, okay. Firebase. Okay. I just have
Firebase.google.com.
to log in. Got it. All right.
Yeah, and I think you're probably going to use the same email as GitLab
Okay.
if
Yeah.
for Firebase. If not, just let us know, and then I'll have Pat add.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same one.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll
Same
have
one. So
yeah. I'll have Pat
so Pat's gonna give me access to Firebase.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be playing around with Office Sound for a little bit just to get
Mhm.
my feet wet, and
Mhm.
then you guys are also creating some testing content for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And yeah, and then like I said, my schedule is completely free from now until September.
Okay.
So yeah, anytime you have questions and want to message, just feel free. And
Alrighty.
anything else?
I don't think so. I think this answers all my questions. This has been really helpful. You're great.
Awesome.
Thank
Cool.
you, Samir.
No problem. Take care.
You too.